Let's begin this Tuesday afternoon at the nation's top office. President Park Geun-hye met with visiting Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott in Seoul this Tuesday for their second summit since both taking office last year. Now, following their talks, the two sides signed the bilateral free trade agreement that was finalized late last year and agreed to boost security and defense cooperation. Arirang News Presidential Office correspondent Choi You-sun starts us off.
Less than a month after concluding a trade deal with Canada, Korea signed its 11th FTA with Australia. Seoul and Canberra agreed to remove tariffs on a majority of traded goods over the next decade. Trade between Korea and Australia jumped from $18 billion in 2007 to $30 billion last year. At a joint press conference, Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott said people in both countries would feel the benefits, especially through job creation. President Park Geun-hye talked about the great potential for energy and resources development cooperation by merging Korea's advanced technology with Australia's vast resources. But their meeting wasn't just about economic ties. The two leaders also adopted a vision statement in which they agreed to discuss a blueprint for security and defense cooperation. They also decided to hold a joint cyber policy dialogue in the near future. President Park said stronger diplomatic and security ties were crucial at a time when the state of security in the region is changing as rapidly as it is. Australia also expressed support for President Park's trust-building and reunification initiatives with North Korea, while calling on Pyongyang to put down its nuclear arms and to abide by its previous denuclearization commitments. The vision statement also referred to Seoul and Canberra's joint efforts towards regulatory reforms and streamlining red tape. Similar to President Park's deregulation drive, the Abbott administration has pushed for reform measures such as holding a massive repeal day twice a year to boost Australia's competitiveness and to create more jobs. On people-to-people exchanges, the two leaders agreed to actively support Koreans visiting Australia on working holiday visas and Australian students coming to study in Korea as part of Canberra's New Colombo plan. Choi You-sun, Arirang News.